Properties of Ionic Compounds, Electricity by KayScience.com. In this video, we're going to learn why solid ionic compounds cannot conduct electricity. This particle diagram represents a solid ionic compound. The red circle represents a cation, which is a positively charged ion, and the blue circle represents an anion, which is a negatively charged ion. For a substance to conduct electricity, there must be charged particles, and those charged particles must be able to move. Now, the ions are charged particles, but in a solid ionic compound, these ions are not free to move, so cannot conduct electricity. These ions are not free to move because there are strong ionic bonds between the oppositely charged ions, which keep them in a fixed position. These strong ionic bonds means the ions are not free to move, so solid ionic compounds cannot conduct electricity. It's question time. Attempt these questions to check your understanding. For the ions to be free to move, the ionic compound must be either molten or aqueous. We're now going to understand why a liquid or aqueous ionic compound can conduct electricity. Molten is when a solid has been heated to a high temperature until it's a liquid. Aqueous is when a solute has dissolved in water. If you're in the laboratory and you wanted to make a solid ionic compound conduct electricity, it's far easier to dissolve it in water compared to melting it to high temperatures. Melting a solid ionic compound requires a lot of energy, and this is difficult to achieve. This particle diagram represents a liquid or aqueous ionic compound. The ionic bonds are broken, so the ions are not in a fixed position. They flow around each other and have a random arrangement. Because the ionic bonds are broken, the ions are free to move. As the ions are free to move, they can conduct electricity. Whereas in a solid ionic compound, the ions are not free to move, so they cannot conduct electricity. Pause the video here to practice the keywords. The answers will follow. Press pause to answer the questions. The answers will follow. If stuck, just rewatch the video. Press pause to go through your answers and make any corrections to your mistakes. And don't forget to visit KayScience.com for more videos, worksheets and quizzes at KayScience.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe.